the lead.
Enemy carrier incoming. Friendly Predator missile inbound.
You know, all I really wanted to do was just get rid of that payload, or get away from it, and get my kill streaks. I want to get my payload, get that thing up in the sky, start kicking some ass. What's going on, guys? It's Beastar bringing you a Modern Warfare 2 gameplay commentary. I'm going to be playing on high rise, as you can see. I'm going to try to shoot this payload down because it is beasting my team, and if I don't get it down quick, it will get that guy his next kill streak if he has one set up, and probably make it much harder on us. So I'm going to be a good teammate, put on my cool blooded class, and blow that bitch up. But anyways, I know a lot of you have probably been expecting a video from me the other day, and I usually upload a video every day, and I will go ahead and explain that right now, and hopefully this video goes all in well. So the reason there's been a little bit of a stutter in the video pattern is because my computer, well, it's not even the computer's fault. I believe it's this program. I need to probably uninstall it or repair it or something, because I think the computer program got a little bit of a bug in it. It probably needs a software update, to be honest with you. The thing that I use to edit and render my videos, it's ArcSoft Show, but as you guys have probably heard me talk about it in some previous commentaries, I've said that if this thing alone is buggy itself, you can ask plenty of commentators that have probably heard of this. If you have a Hopodge Gaming Edition 1, most people know that it comes with its own software, and maybe the other Hopodges do. I'm not exactly for sure. Don't get me wrong, I love the software. I think it's great. You know, for the price, it's like maybe $15, and they just threw it on with the Hopodge, and I think it's great. It keeps people from having to buy another editing software or pirate it, you know, risk the consequences of pirating stuff. Now, the main reason I try not to pirate anything is because I know there's a lot of risk that you will run when trying to do so. I would love to pirate Sony Vegas, but even if I did, it wouldn't be worth it because my computer would probably have a few errors trying to run the program. I don't know exactly how good it could run it. I do have a pretty decent computer now. I have an MW2 processor. For those of you who actually know anything about computers, I don't really know what an AMD is. I don't really know much about AMD, but I do know more about Intel than I do AMD. I'm assuming it's kind of like an i3 processor around that power. It's a quad core. It's probably around 2.4 gigahertz or something like that, which is pretty decent. You know, it's a decent computer. It gets the job done. It's a decent computer to run the editing software and get all that out of the way. But for some reason, it's been freezing a lot on me. I don't know what the deal is with it. I'm going to try to, like I said, uninstall, and I get owned by this guy with the C4 here. He clearly outplayed me. I'm not even being sarcastic. He definitely threw a C4 because he was expecting me to probably wait around the corner for him, and he kicked my ass. And so, you know, that was pretty smart. So props to that guy. But anyway, back on subject here with this thing. It keeps freezing, and I don't know exactly why it's doing that. So like I said, I'm just going to try to uninstall it, reinstall it, or do something like that, or repair it. You know, and hopefully the best comes out of that deal. So with that out of the way, I want to talk about, you know, something else that actually got me thinking. I know for those of you who actually do comment on my videos or look in the comment section, you guys should really definitely check it out. It's fun to talk to other people that watch the videos. It's kind of cool to get, you know, everybody's opinions and get each other's opinions. I think it's pretty cool when you guys comment, you know, especially to each other. I think that's really cool. I got a little subscriber base going on, and it's a lot of fun to see you guys talk to each other. And, you know, as a community, it's really cool. But a lot of people were wondering, they were like, in one of my Modern Warfare 3 montages, I think it was Beast Mode Engaged. It was a Modern Warfare 3 one. I'm going to try to get some more clips compiled for that, so I can maybe make another montage or a mini-tage or something. I don't know. I'll look into it. I got some clips saved up, and I'll try and do something for you guys whenever this computer gets out of its little funk. And we can get that all out of the way, and hopefully we can get a good little montage going again sometime. I don't know when. So just, you know, hopefully look forward to that in the future. I'm going to do my best to do that. But in the video, he said that, you know, you make this game look a lot of fun. You know, and I've put a few videos up on Modern Warfare 3. And a lot of people were also asking me, you know, do you think it's worth it to go back and maybe either play this game or buy this game or whatever? And I was wanting to talk about that because, honestly, the game itself is pretty broken, especially when you put the Call of Duty community on it. A lot of the people in the Call of Duty community like to take exploits, is what I like to call them. I consider it an exploit when the developers don't necessarily intend something to be the way it is. For example, in Modern Warfare 2, you guys know the one-man army grenade launchers, or as it's referred to as one-man army noob tubes. You know, it's very broken, and the developers never fixed it. And Modern Warfare 3 is still broken as of this day. But if you get into a clean lobby and you don't verse people that are using it, it's a lot of fun, and that's one of the great things about Modern Warfare 2. It's a really fun game when you get into a clean lobby. The same goes for Modern Warfare 3 or pretty much any Call of Duty you play, and I think that pretty much applies to any shooter you play. You guys will know that any game that's not supported or policed, you know, the current Call of Duty, of course, the current Call of Duty is not even really policed that well. Black Ops 2's got hackers all over it. That's what I've heard a lot of people's been talking about, so I think that's crazy. So they need to go back and reevaluate. I think Activision really needs to give these guys a little bit more money to work with. They don't have a good enough security system to put up with these hackers and cheaters and modders or whatever you want to call them. The people that have these things, for one, aren't even really hackers. Most likely, they have downloaded it, and that was a nice 4-piece right there. But most likely, they're just 12 or 13 years old, or probably even younger or older. It just depends, and it's pretty simple to do. You can just download the program off the internet. It's not really that hard to put on a USB flash drive, plug it into your computer, and there you go. I mean, these hacks aren't that, you know, hard to obtain, and most likely they didn't create them themselves. And, you know, a lot of people wonder, did that ruin my experience by running into hackers? And I'll say no, because I try my best to enjoy the game. And if it's not playing well, I just keep trying and keep trying. And if I'm just honestly not having fun after about 5 to 10 matches, I usually just put it down and try it again some other day, because some days it's better than others. So, you know, you guys have got to try that. If you really do love the older Call of Duties, then you have to definitely stay determined to get into one of those clean lobbies that I was telling you about, because, as you know, the population's also extremely low. So there's a higher chance that you're going to run into a lobby that's either, 1, has a bad connection, 2, people are just acting like jerks, or 3, you're just, you know, like I said, it just doesn't work out. There's those matches where things just don't seem to work out. Those are the matches that I've ran into a lot as a commentator. It just happens, you know, it's connection based. The game's really connection based. If you don't have a good connection, you're probably not going to have a good time, but there are those rare occasions where you will have a good time. So you guys have to just take into consideration, just stay determined, keep believing that you'll get into one of those clean lobbies, and just try to enjoy yourself. After all, it is just a game, so, you know, it's meant to enjoy it and have a fun time. But I hope you guys enjoyed this topic of this video. You guys, of course, have an awesome day, and I will see you in the next one.